was here in the open, in the nature, and I found this perfect bench here, and I decided to make a video about different personalities, different type of people. Because I had a previous vid named "What color are you?" but I guess the title was "Ain't They Go," So I decided to redo it here in the nature with a nice weather and a nice environment. So if we talk about people, about our personalities, about our traits, there's a system called, I don't know how it's called, but there's a system that divides people into 4 main colors. So usually people they can have 2 or 3. They can have they can have 1, 2, 3, but I guess if you have 4, you are not consistent enough and you need to see a doctor, but you can have like 3 at most. 2 is the most common and 1 is very rare, and 4 is wrong. 4 is just you did something wrong. You did calculate who you are wrong. You don't know who you are if you have 4. So let's start with the introverts, right? I want to talk about introverts as a green and blue. So green is patient, introverted, and he is more relationship seeking, right? He likes to be with people, but at the same time he is like patient. He won't smile enough. He's more pessimistic, if you may say so. He's more afraid to change, and he's more lazy. That's what greens are about. The next one is blue ones. Blue ones, they have the same trait as greens. As I said, they are introverts, but they are more task oriented. For example, green are more people oriented, relationship oriented, but blues are more task. They want to do work. They do hard work, and they are analysis. They are realists. So blue people are going to be someone who is really realistic. He looks at the world like as it is, and that's pretty much what I have to say about those colors. But then, as the opposite of those two, yellow and red. What I may say is, let's start with the red. Red is the same as blue. It is task oriented. It is only. It's the same. It's extroverted, but it's task oriented. How can you accomplish that? How do you achieve that? So that was pretty much what Reds are. They don't like really talking about people. They don't really like discussing a lot. But yeah, that's what I have to say about red. And there's the yellows one. They are not that much task oriented, but they are relationship oriented, the same as greens. And yellows are more optimistic. Yellows like to laugh all the time. Yellows like people, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about those colors. For me myself, I put myself in a most one is definitely yellow. I have the most yellow, and maybe a bit red, but not that much red. Not that much red. Like for me, 60%, maybe 60% yellow, 40, maybe even 65% yellow and 35% red, because I don't know. That's what I feel like I am. But we gotta unpassa say. Hold on, how do you even say that in English? Unpassa say. Well, I don't know. But we gotta know how to, recognize a person, and how do you even say that? Hold on. Whatever. We skip the point. And I like the system of colors, because it's really, I really like to think in something else. I really like to think in colors before. I myself, my favorite color was orange, So I was associating myself with orange, and you know, that's pretty much it. I was doing this book. It was really interesting book because I'm in a phase where I'm learning myself, who I am, who I want to become, and you know, how you should understand people, who they are and how they are. For me, probably I can talk with anybody, right? But for me is the hardest ones are those that are, I can pretty much talk with Red because I understand his ambition, right? So with Red is fine. I like reds. Yellows, like myself, I love yellows. Greens, greens, probably like. They are good folk, they're good folk. But blues, they are the most like. For me, they are the most. I'm not trying to disregard something. I'm not trying to say that they're worse than I, but that's only me for myself. They're the most boring ones for me because when you say something cool to them, right? When you say all your dreams, all your cool stuff that we can do, they always going to be, oh, you need to do that.